people are paying for healthcare out of pocket. You've got limited access to healthcare services.
If Kenyans think that there should be a cap, they should tell us and tell us how much to cap at. Is this an issue of the rich paying for the poor? Not exactly. If you look at the current NHIF model, it is the people who are earning less that pay more.
Newborns will be registered 14 days after birth. Biometrics will then be taken once a child attains the age of 7.
And then the authority shall, upon the examination of that application, register the applicant as a member of the fund, the Social Health Insurance Fund, and assign to each beneficiary that had been listed under the application form a social health insurance number.
Those traveling into Kenya shall possess a travel health insurance cover, which shall cover the person's entire stay in Kenya. This will cater for the travelers' health services while in the country in facilities registered at the Social Health Authority.
So the SHA card will not discriminate. You can access services in facilities so long as they have been empaneled by SHA.
Recently, Kenya has been struggling with a shortage of cancer drugs and the Ventolin inhalers for those with asthma. While acknowledging the crisis, CS Nakumicha said the Facility Improvement Fund will help solve the problem witnessed in the supply chain system.
That FIF enables facilities to have their own boards that then determines where the revenues that they generate will go to.
Public participation exercise has officially kicked off. The process is estimated to be concluded before March. The report on the same will be presented for approval from both the National Assembly and the Senate Health Committee before gazettement and finally implementation. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47.
Well, thank you for that, Elizabeth Atieno. Now, in Homa Bay County, teachers and students of Sikri Jerusalem Primary School are living in constant fear of being attacked by hippos as they go to school. The only way to their school has become a warfield after the water level increased there, a situation which has attracted many hippos to the area, endangering the lives of residents there. Sheila Chelangat with that.
This is what the journey to school for these students at Sirki Jerusalem Primary School looks like. Every morning, this is their routine in their quest to get an education. The danger that lurks, however, is the increasing number of hippos found in the area. And once they successfully cross over to the other side, these students are then forced to pass through this bush.
Both the pupils, the teachers, and the community members. And it is very sad that today in the morning, one of the villagers was attacked by a hippo because there are hippos that are crossing over through that way.
What worries them more, however, is the ever-rising water levels.
The hippopotamus are becoming wild there, and the teachers who are crossing to school and children who are crossing to school cannot pass easily.
But it's not only the students here who are faced by this danger. Farmers in the area also say the hippos are becoming a menace.
We talk to the local leaders and even the people from the beach and the local leadership so that they take their responsibility. This is a school, and this school there are learners who deserve to be taught.
Their only hope is for their pleas to be heard by leaders of this area. Sheila Chelangat for TV47.
Now, the highly anticipated judgment of former television news anchor Jackie Maribe and Joseph Irungu, alias Joey, accused of murdering businesswoman Monica Kimani, has been postponed to March the 15th of this year. The court decision was expected on Friday, that is today, but Lady Justice Grace Nzioka pushed it to the new date after Maribe failed to appear in court because she was sick. Maribe's lawyers, led by Katwa Kigen, informed the court that she fell ill on Friday morning and was unable to attend the physical court proceedings.
I had over 2,000 handwritten pages, and I had over 500 typed proceedings, and I have read them from page 1 to page 500. And I want you to go and check the correctness of your statement, because I can tell you from where I sit without those proceedings, there is even a time your client traveled to Uganda. Does anyone remember? And sought for time. And there's also a time she was unwell. We are not condemning her, but I needed to correct that. That is not correct that from the time this case started in 2018, it has never been adjourned because of unavailability of the second accused person. Please take your seat. We are not condemning you. I was just correcting that position and is supported by the proceedings. And the second reason why I'm saying this is because I'm sure, and especially the media, that we all know probably one or two things happened after the last adjournment. And so it just explains the anxiety the parties have to have this judgment delivered. And in fact, appreciating that anxiety, I can tell you, is taken me nothing less than the entire time from the time we left this court to today. I'll not tell you up to what time I did proofreading of this judgment, but I saw the following day of the other day. So I am saying that I appreciate, I understand the anxiety the parties have. It's well-founded. And so as we concede to adjournment today, please let's take time and make our respective clients appreciate the reason for the adjournment.
Let's get sporty. Kenyan athletes training in Iten, Elgeyo Marakwet County took time off from their routine to interact with Cabinet Secretary for Sports, Ababu Namwamba. The runners are preparing for a busy athletics calendar, which will climax at the Paris Olympics. Namwamba noted that Kenya heads lead back on its performance in the 3,000 meters steeplechase and has instructed Athletics Kenya to do whatever it takes to reclaim its glory. The CS also assured the athletes that the government will support them throughout the training. He was accompanied by former Member of Parliament, Wesley Korir.
For the longest time, the steeplechase was called the Kenyan race. Whether it was at the World Championship or the Olympics, Kenyans believed that they left Nairobi with one assured gold medal. Before the competition started, Kenyans believed the steeplechase gold medal was theirs for the taking. Not anymore.
We have started a system, and all of you who are here will attest that even 2 days ago, we went to Kipchoge Keino, where the athletes were training. We closed the track, and everybody that was in that track got tested.
Moving on, Kenya got off to a slow start in the Africa Zone 5 Volleyball Championships ongoing in Cairo, Egypt.
Wanasema wasemao kuwa elimu ni bahari haiishi kwa kuchotwa. Wakati mwingi natangamana na wanafunzi madarasani, sio kama mwalimu bali kama nahodha kwenye kipindi cha tasnia ya elimu. Na iwapo utanikosa madarasani, basi utanipata nyanjani nikisaka habari zenye usawa, ufasaha na ukweli. Na iwapo utanikosa nyanjani, bila shaka utanipata studioni, hapa nikisoma habari na kuendesha mijadala mikomavu. Mimi ni Andrin Kile.
They say money makes the world go round. So let's slow things down a bit. Put things in perspective. From the markets to the streets to the stocks, we make the complex comprehensible. Join me, Hibak Said, on TV47 Business News for market insights like never before.
The news that matters the most is the one that hits close to home. When disasters strike, we are there to inform you. When the bullets are flying, we tell you who's shooting and why. Reporting on your victories, your health, your money, your security, your past, present, and future. We are interested in telling the stories of creativity, hard work, and resilience that you are known for. That is our job. This is my job. My name is Victor Moyakane, and it's my honor to bring you this news this way every Thursday night on the home of Untold Stories.
Katika majengo haya, hapa ndipo sheria zinapotungwa na zinapopakuliwa. Nitakuletea viongozi mbalimbali, mirengo mbalimbali, wote kwa pamoja wakipika na kupakua. Tutawapa nafasi kuweza kuangazia changamoto na mafanikio ya ugatuzi katika ukumbi wa siasa kila siku ya Jumanne kuanzia saa 1 kamili na kuendelea.
Toka eneo hili la Naivasha kwenye kaunti 032, gatuzi la Nakuru.
Kutoka kaunti ya Elgeyo Marakwet, kaunti 028.
Nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Wajir.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Turukana.
Kwa matukio yote yanayojiri katika kaunti hii 012.
Kutoka kaunti nambari 1, kaunti ya Mombasa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Lamu.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka Kisii County.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Machakos.
Kutoka kaunti hii ya Trans Nzoia.
Kaunti 038.
Kutoka gatuzi nambari 029, kaunti ya Nandi, chemichemi ya mabingwa.
Nikiripotia TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Kakamega.
Itakuwa nikiripotia runinga ya TV47 kutoka kaunti ya Bungoma.
Jina langu ni Paula Munio.
Willy Dennis Jiru.
Fabian Kipet.
Mimi ni Hashim Jimal.
Mimi ni Kitio Mika Masai.
John Javakiania.
Jina langu ni Abdulaziz Nameka.
Mimi ni Kombo Alfayo.
Jina langu ni Nicholas Mbai.
Isaac Famba.
Mimi ni Wanji Sosti.
Jina langu ni Arnold Adidi.
Jina langu ni Chris Beth.
Jina langu ni Violet Auma.
Na TV47 inapotamba, mimi Sheila Chelangat nitakuwa nikiripotia maswala yanayokuhusu wewe kila kuchao.
Every Thursday 7:30 p.m. unapata nafasi kufahamu viongozi mbalimbali kutoka humu nchini, kuanzia wabunge.
Through Changa we could get money to pay our rent, to pay our bills.
When I was growing up, water was a problem where I was born and bred. We wake up at 3 to go and look for water.
Magavana
must be ready to be a tough woman and not a woman to be walked over.
Kwa hivyo
you respect people.
Dari ya mfahamu kiongozi, story na historia, na mi Elizabeth Muchuku.
Well, if it is happening, then we are definitely talking about it on TV47's Disruptive Friday. Don't miss a moment on the most technological and disruptive moment on TV.
From groundbreaking AI breakthroughs to the latest ingenious innovations, we have it all covered for you. Get ready to see the future unfold right in front of your eyes. My name is Eric Munene.
And my name is Linda Alala, and we not promise nothing short of great news experience.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. This is Disruptive Fridays. Now, public service vehicles or PSVs insured by Direct Line Assurance will be required to adopt cashless fare platforms, including M-Pesa, effective February 1st. Now, Direct Line, which is the leading insurer in the PSV insurance sector, aims to combat fraudulent claims arising from passenger injuries and deaths. In a circular to Matatu operators, the insurer introduced the passenger manifest system to verify third-party claims, providing evidence of passengers' presence during accidents. The move signifies a revenue boost for supporting banks and telcos, but passengers relying on cash payments may face challenges in case of an accident during the compensation process, as Direct Line will only recognize only those captured in the digital manifest. Now, Uber has announced the extension of its electric boda service to and from the Nairobi Central Business District, or CBD. Initially introduced in August last year, the service allowed riders to use electric bikes for transportation, but access was limited to the outskirts of Nairobi due to CBD restrictions. Now, with the expansion, riders can now conveniently hail electric bodas within the CBD, including the option to send and receive packages safely. Uber's electric boda initiative aligns with the company's commitment to achieving zero emissions by the year 2040. Now, Kenyan agri-tech startup Shamba Pride has secured $3.7 million or 601 million Kenya shillings in pre-Series A debt and equity funding to fuel its expansion efforts. Serving as a comprehensive online to offline platform, Shamba Pride connects smallholder farmers with quality inputs, services and information through technology-powered DigiShops. The funding round, led by Edfi Agrify and supported by SeedStars Africa Ventures, follows a $1.1 million funding round in 2021 from SeedStars Africa Ventures and Grey Matters Capital. Now, picture yourself gearing up for a national examination while simultaneously delving into the realm of learning coding, an entirely new endeavor for you. This is the remarkable story of Semeyan Leloina and Lucy Sogomo, two young girls who not only crafted an impressive tech product, but also demonstrated exceptional academic excellence in last year's KCSE. They also credit the guidance of one teacher who supported them, that is Rahab Mwangi. And I had the privilege of chatting with one of them. Take a look. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now, Semeyan Leloina and her partner Lucy Sogomo, who for some unfortunate reason is not able to join us today, despite their young age, achieved remarkable success, earning numerous accolades, and they have developed an application dedicated to supporting young learners dealing with mental health issues. Today, we have the privilege of hosting Semeyan as our guest. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Unfortunately, Lucy Sogomo couldn't join us today,
yes,
but I'm sure she is proud watching this right now. Tell me, the first time I met you was at the Kenya Innovation Week, and you're trying to crack something on your computer. What was that exactly?
Yes, when you had met us, we were trying to develop our website further. Mm-hmm. There were some things we just thought we should add, mm-hmm, like a translator or something. Though our level of coding, we actually got to learn it in 1 year, mm-hmm, so we're not kind of experts. We were in Form 4 at the time, so we had very limited time to learn how to code, and yeah, we were able to do it. Which
and that was last year?
Yes.
In Form 4. Balancing, study work and coding, how's that like?
Well, it's not easy, but if you put your mind and you see a goal and you just go for it, and that's what we were going for. We wanted to find a solution for mental health, and we had to find a way to also balance school life with it. It wasn't easy, per se, but we were able to do it.
Well, yes, I can imagine. So what motivated you to delve into such an application, and especially one that deals with mental health issues?
So basically why we came up with iCare. So we were looking at something like...
That's the name of the app?
Yes, it's called iCare.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it's between COVID-19 and banning of schools that had been taking time, during that time. Mm-hmm. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, people were locked in their houses and there was a lot going on. And in Kenya, topics such as mental health isn't really something that's usually brought up. People tend to keep this they keep this to themselves. Something such as, if you have a mental health issue, let's say for depression, there was a depressive period actually during that time because money was something difficult to come by actually during COVID-19. So people were going through depression. There was also domestic violence going on during that time. And, we couldn't have an outreach. At this time, we're keeping distance from each other. So you can't even go to someone and tell them how you're feeling. It's not even proper according to our cultural norms. So also we have the banning of schools. In our school, unfortunately, there was a banning. And this was due to stress of examinations, you see. But if these students had an outlet or a way to share what was going on during that time, then I don't think we would have had that. We do have counselors, but the youth of today, and that was the audience we were looking at when developing iCare. So the youth of today are more into their phones, and the world is going into IT, the internet. And people are more comfortable sharing how they feel or what they're going through via internet, not face-to-face like this right now. People are comfortable with face-to-face meetings. So we came up with iCare. So so iCare is where you go on this platform and you log in and you basically share what you're going through, and we also raise awareness on mental health, given how I've explained that in Kenya, mental health is something new to us currently. So we're raising awareness on it.
All right. And talking to your teacher, she was taking me through the application and I found it was amazing, to say the least. And I want you to show the viewers, walk us through the key features of your application. That is your laptop right there. Whatever you're doing right there will be cast on the screen. This is the screen. Just take us through the key features of the app. Okay.
So first of all, I think we'll just start with getting into iCare.
Okay.
First of all. So we call it iCare's health.com.
Yeah.
So when you get into iCare, when you look at it, that we're a mental health partner, there's more on iCare about us and what we do and the services we offer. So we chose to go through with counselors because when you think of mental health, people think of psychologists and psychiatrists, but we're also raising awareness on counselors. Someone may be going through anxiety, but they will take it to be a serious case and go to a psychologist, which is quite expensive. And you could simply just go to a counselor. For example, Amani Health Center Counseling and AMREF offer free counseling, which you could go to for free rather than paying around 50,000 to go see a psychologist for mild anxiety.
Okay.
So back to iCare.
The app, yes.
So you can start first by registering. So as you can see here, we have register as a counselor.
Okay.
So as we have said, we put counselors in here. So there is an area for the counselors to log in, and then there's also for the users. We don't call them patients because we're raising awareness. So anybody who logs in by iCare doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's looking for aid. You can also just be learning about mental health.
Sure. That's amazing.
So for our username, we can say that we're joining in as John.
Yeah.
You put in your password.
Awesome. And you say you achieved all these while still studying for your exams?
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
So as you do that, I'd also want you share with us how you envision this helping students and what kind of impact you probably think it'll have on them. Are we in?
No, we already have someone who's logged in as John.
Okay.
So we'll have to pick in another name.
All right.
This is going to take time.
So that is Semeyan Leloina, who developed an application alongside her partner Lucy Sogomo. They were students at the Moi Forces Academy in Lanet last year. That's the first time I met them at the Kenya Innovation Week. And what she's doing right now, she's trying to log in and walk us through the main features of the application. You've logged in?
Yes, so we've logged in right now. Like I told you, we're raising awareness on mental health, so you don't necessarily have to be a patient. When you scroll down here, we are here saying explore mental health issues. Okay. So we explain to you something like depression. What is depression? Anxiety, what is anxiety? Even stress management. We explain all of those further on. And when you see here on your left, the various things that we've put there, we have a forum discussion, which is something we aimed at like being peer support.
Okay.
You see, people can't just go through a counselor. You know, it's like getting to see people who are facing what you're also facing. I might be going through anxiety, and you've probably been able to cope with anxiety and you've overcome it. So now in the forum discussion, these people are able to discuss on this further. Let's see, depression. When I click on depression, you can see that there's someone here who's posted on depression. And they're basically asking a question on depression. We have bipolar disorder.
All right.
Stuff like that. And there's so many because there's a lot on mental health. And also there's requesting for a counselor because this is also counseling. You select a topic and there are many.
Yeah. All of them about mental health.
Yes, they are all related to mental health.
I've seen mental health at the workplace.
Yes.
So it's not just for students, right?
It's not just for students. It's also, we also thought about, since I was in a military school, we thought also about our military personnel and the police force, and also bringing in other industries such as the aviation industry and many more. Because at the workplace, if someone is undergoing, I've used depression a lot, we can talk about stress.
Yeah.
Because people do have stress at work. Someone might not have been paid 3 months due, but is still expected to go to work. That is still a major issue, and it can make someone go through a lot, which is not really nice.
All right. And that's why today's show is called The Future of Tech, because I'm sitting right next to the future tech leaders. What are some of the challenges that you went through coming up with this app?
Learning how to code. That's one of the challenges. I was a computer student. So I was enthusiastic about IT, but my partner, Lucy, she did home science.
Okay.
So something like coding was new to both of us, so we had to learn how to code with Python. We had to understand Java, Flask, the various things we used there, PostgreSQL, and we used Visual Base to learn how to code. Though we did have a mentor, but most of the work we also had to do ourselves.
Okay.
So learning how to code and develop the website, buying of a domain for this, it did take a lot of work. That was the most difficult part.
And have you received some user feedback from guys the users who use this platform?
Well, we tested it on our schoolmates, and they did have feedback. So what we want to do currently is to be able to collaborate, because what we want to do here is offer free counseling.
Okay.
That was our first idea, but I don't think we'll be able to offer it for free. So we use the St. Mary's logic, where when you're going to St. Mary's and you want to have counseling with the doctor, you pay 100 shillings. So that was our aim, because in Kenya it's almost 50,000 for counseling. But luckily we have counseling centers that offer for free. Like I mentioned, Amref and Amani, but currently we're in talking terms with Amani, so we can be able to collaborate with Amani Counseling, and they'll be able to offer us their counselors, so that we can be able to reach out to more people.
Do you have future plans for the app? Any upgrades or any more features that you think you'll add to the app to make it even better?
I can show you something that we're currently working on.
Okay.
On that button, the donate. So this is what we're working on right now. But though we have to get with mobile networks, so that we can be able to, this is for, let's say someone can't afford that counseling, the 100 shillings. So someone is able to donate some money, and for whoever won't be able to afford the 100 shillings, they'll be paid for. So currently it's still in coding, but I can write here 1,000 that I would like to donate. And if I right-click donate now, it brings in that prompt. So we're still working on it. And yeah, we do hope for the best of it. Even this other one for companies. So the company one, which is still we are working on, for companies like, let's say right now, TV47, if you like your co-workers and your workers to go for counseling, you can incorporate this in your company, and you just pay, and now we offer counseling to your workers. You just pay for all of them, and it's good.
Wow. So Mian, what advice will you have for your peers or young learners or young people like you who probably would want to venture into coding or pursue this as a career, and especially on mental health issues? What advice will you have for them?
On advice. Well, what I can tell them is to not give up. Because the minute you say you can't do it, then you won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
You have to keep on pushing yourself and working towards it because nothing is difficult. If you were able to learn coding in a span of 4 months, then I don't think there's anything really difficult out there. Because the word impossible, if you put it in a positive perspective, it means I'm possible.
Yeah.
So there's not, that word impossible technically doesn't exist.
That's very powerful. So what has the project, what impact has the project had on you, personally?
Well, personally, I underwent bullying in high school. And I could have just sat down and cried about it and been depressed and begged my mother to make me leave the school. But we came up with the app. We changed that negativity into something that will be able to benefit us and be useful. So we came up with an app that will be able to help people like us who are undergoing this type of bullying and be able to share it. Because we felt like if I go share this with the counselor who's in school, you know, you're insecure, you don't know, maybe this teacher could go and tell someone else or it will spread. So we developed an app which you can feel safe in it, a safe environment.
All right. So as we wrap up, any final thoughts, any advice, some more advice from you again, as we wrap this up?
Well,
to our audiences, to our viewers.
Any advice?
Even a parting shot.
Well, what I would advise is for the youth to be more active in coming up with ideas, because they do have ideas, and there are various platforms for the youth to showcase their ideas. And such a show like this one is actually quite motivating for them. So they should not fear for what they come up with. There's no bad idea. An idea is a good idea. All
right, and I'm sure the director will be kind enough to cast again whatever is on your laptop on the screen. It is iCares Health. iCares, is it iCares Health?
Yes.
That's the domain name, iCaresHealth.com.
Yes.
So anyone who wants to access the platform just goes to iCaresHealth.com and they'll get the services. Thank you so much, Semeyan Loina, for joining us today.
Thank you too.
And as well, thank you to your partner who, for some unfortunate reason, unavoidable circumstances, could not join us for this conversation, Lucy Sogomo. Thank you so much for, accepting our invite. Thank you to viewer for watching. That has been Semeyan Loina, who together with Lucy Sogomo developed an app to help young people, navigate through the challenges that come with mental health issues. Thank you so much. That's it. That's it indeed. The girls are only 18, I have to mention. They've been working with strategic partners like Amani Healthcare, Amref, but they expressed interest off camera, of course,